Regardless of the performance, it was the result that everyone looked at. Let's have another look at the lineups. First of all, we start with Manchester City.
Yeah, they'll be in a 4-3-3. Two really young players at centre of defence. They'll be looking for help from Clichy and Sagna. Zabaleta in an unfamiliar position in the middle of midfield. I really like the front three, though. Sane, Iheanacho with 4 goals, Nolito with 5 goals. Fernando's going to hold a little bit, so be interesting how Zabaleta goes forward. Gundogan with no will go forward. And there are a few names there on the bench as well if they need some help scoring. Aguero comes to mind.
Just a few names, Brad, with
too. Not a whole lot of smile there.
Warren, take us through Glasgow Celtic's lineup.
No, so Gordon will be in the nets once again. He has not managed to get a clean sheet in this competition. A lot of problems for that back line. Brown and Armstrong going to try and hold the forward to Roberts and Forrest. And, you know, look, we talk about it all the time. Not a lot to play for, but if we're talking about Dembele up top, he's got quite a stage tonight, and he's got quite a point to prove. 20 years old, everything in front of him. Let's see how he plays.
It is an exciting Glasgow Celtic side that is dominating football right now.
It is Celtic in their change strip who get us underway. Final fixture for them in Group C. Their final fixture in Europe this evening. That was wayward by Fernando. Smart goalkeeping by Caballero. And Celtic might still be able to make something of this. Shot from Rogic, which was fizzed in. Manchester City always trying to play out of the back, and they're playing themselves into trouble. Wayward by Fernando, pounced upon by Dembele. Rogic eventually got the shot away. It was an unconvincing save by Caballero of the Champions League on 7 occasions. Triple play by Sané, but it was to Manchester City's cost. Good run by Roberts. And what a return! Can you believe it? Patrick Roberts, on loan at Celtic from Manchester City, has put the Scottish champions in front. Caballero was trying to pick out Sane. Might have been allowing the ball go out of play. But there was only one thought in Roberts' mind as he cut inside, and he beat Caballero. Brilliantly done by the youngster. Actually clipped Caballero on the way through. What a start for Celtic. Gundogan. Iheanacho. The perfect response. Celtic's lead was short-lived. Celtic had no answer to the pace of Kelechi Iheanacho. Scored a goal in the 4-0 home win over Borussia Mönchengladbach on match day 1. It's been used sparingly during this Champions League campaign. But that was a brilliant finish, having been set up by Ilkay Gundogan. Attacked at pace and finished in style. Iheanacho now jumping with joy. Zabaleta set free. Iheanacho in the middle. Not this time. Lightning quick counter-attack by Manchester City. Once more it was the guile of Gundogan who was able to set Zabaleta away. Armstrong. Dembele. Offside. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Dembele scored 2-1 from the penalty spot when Celtic drew it home with Manchester City, and that was a really tight decision. Iheanacho, this time he can't get there. Simunovic was able to slide in and to nudge the ball away from Iheanacho. Celtic opened up yet again. Timed his run well. Brilliant run this by Forest. Dembele, second chance, and it's one which is squandered. Great work initially by James Forrest, taking on all comers, getting beyond them all and slipping the ball through towards Dembele, who, having been frustrated by Caballero, should have done better with the second chance. Missed opportunity for Celtic. Sane, away from Lustig, scooped behind by Izagiri. Haven't been too many opportunities for Leroy Sane to sparkle for Manchester City this season. Of 29 away from home. That was careless, and Celtic might be punished. Nolito, behind for a corner. Zvichenko with the initial error, and then getting back to save his team. Lustig available to him. This is Rogic. His third goal of the season at the weekend. Also scored against Aberdeen. Gundogan. Now Sanya. Iheanacho. Brilliant save by Craig Gordon. Nolito. And yet again, Manchester City are frustrated, this time by Izagiri. Fine stop by Craig Gordon. Improvisation from Iheanacho. Great awareness to find Sanya in the first place. Zvichenko was breathing down Iheanacho's neck. This is his 81st European game.
Tony, thank you very much. So Manchester City once again unable to keep a clean sheet, but Pep Guardiola's men on level terms against Celtic. Highlights from all the action across Europe.
All roads in the Champions League this season lead to Wales. And Rogic. Dembele. Roberts offside. Two youngsters working well in attack for Celtic. Roberts happy to drift in off the wing and to take advantage of the pass from Dembele, who was the player initially offside. Assistant on the near side, only ready. Fernando. Gundogan. Neatly done by Gundogan. Whistle had gone. Nolito offside. Improvisation by Gundogan to just flick the ball forward, and he was offside. Iheanacho also retreating from an offside position. He wasn't involved, but Nolito had mistimed his run. Armstrong almost made something of it. Put behind for the Celtic corner by Sanya. Stuart Armstrong seeming to get the ball caught between his feet then as he tried to pull away from Sanya. Armstrong with the corner kick. Came to Lustig. Now Roberts. Cabiera making a real mess of Armstrong's corner. You could argue that Rogic blocked his path to goal, but he still had a metre or so to play with when the ball was delivered. Arabaya. Armstrong. Celtic are rewarded with the corner. Nolita. Jesus Navas. Beautifully delivered and beautifully finished. Nolito's goal. But the celebrations have been cut short. Terrific ball in from Jesus Navas. Gaps emerging for Manchester City. Sane with a decoy run. And he was offside. Good call by the assistant on the far side. Took it really well, Nolito. Fernando caught in possession. Lee Griffiths. Huge opportunity for the substitute. Fernando guilty of dallying on the ball. Wasn't given any time on the ball. Nicked away by Rogic. Swept wide by Griffiths. Mackay-Steven. Cabiera makes the save. Mackay-Steven making up for lost time given the injuries which he's had. Considerable spell on the sidelines. It's a well-timed run. It's a solid enough finish, but Caballero equal to it. Sane. Real taste on the shot. By his reaction, he knew that that wasn't far away. To dip and swerve on it, not quite enough. He is suggesting there was a handball in there, and the referee is having a word with the assistant on the goal line and decides eventually that Manchester City should have a corner kick and not a penalty. It wasn't the assistant's blind side. Momentum as much as anything. Celtics